back to The Butler Speaks. I'm Charles McPherson, and here we are in the Mealy Laundry Room at the Charles McPherson Academy for Butlers and Household Managers. So, Scott, you have another question for us.
We do. We have Frank, who wrote to us from beautiful Palm Springs.
Oh, I hope it's nice and hot and sunny in Palm Springs.
Oh, I think it always is. But anyway, so Frank, he wrote to us, and he wants to know how he should store his cashmere sweaters for the season.
Oh, you're so lucky to have cashmere sweaters, Frank. So, actually, it's really simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a good supply of acid-free archival paper, and you're going to have some kind of container that you're going to put your sweater in that can hopefully breathe. So I actually have one sweater that's perfectly in here right now, and I have some tissue paper that you'll see that's actually hanging out of it, and this is all archival tissue paper. So what does archival tissue paper mean? It just means paper that is acid-free, because the acid will actually damage the cashmere. So here we have, the most important thing is to have a sweater that's clean. So you never would want to store something before you've properly laundered it. Whether you wash it yourself or whether you have it professionally done doesn't matter, but it's important that it be professionally laundered and that you make sure that you don't have any stains or dirt or anything in it. So it's really simple. Put the sweater face down, and then you're going to take some archival tissue paper, and in fact, you'll notice that this tissue paper may look a little wrinkly to you. It's actually been used before because we actually reuse our tissue paper. We don't throw it out every time that we use something.
And Mother Earth thanks you for that.
Exactly. So now we're going to start to fold the sweater with the tissue paper inside. Now, why is the tissue paper there? The tissue paper is inside because it's actually going to give a little bit of body to the garment as you fold it, and it's going to allow the garment not to be compressed too quickly so that you don't get any creases, and it's going to allow it to be stored better. So there, and so now we're going to fold our sweater in half. And so you can see right away that the sweater has a bit of body because of the tissue paper, and so it's not folded too tightly. And so now we're going to go to our box where we're going to store, and so we're going to already have one that's perfectly prepared inside of the box that has tissue paper inside. We're going to put one layer of tissue paper on top. This will then go inside the box. As you can see, it fits in perfectly. And then we're going to take the archival tissue paper on top so that we now have a perfect little container. And then we're going to take the top, we're going to close the box, so now we can perfectly store it. And the only thing that you have left to do now is to make sure to put a little label of what you have inside on the outside of the box, so that when you go to look for it, when the season starts again in the wintertime, that you'll be able to know what you have inside every box.
That's great. And so what kind of box is that then?
This actually is an archival box also, which comes from an archival store for keeping material in. So it allows the garment to be able to breathe. Because remember, natural fibers need air. As soon as you have them in plastic or in a container that doesn't breathe, then the fibers actually start to break down.
Okay, so people can just ask for an archival box and
exactly,
that would work?
And they're really simple to purchase at any archival store.
Now, when you were folding, I noticed that you didn't use a folding board. Was that...
I didn't, and so here is what a folding board looks like for those of you that have never seen one. And so you actually put the folding board in the sweater, and then you use this as the base to perfectly fold it. A lot of people really like that because it makes everything really uniform when you line everything up. I happen to not use it just because I was putting it in a box, but if I was doing a wardrobe for my employer, I would most likely want to use the folding board so that I keep everything exactly evenly as it's piled.
Okay. So hopefully that answers Frank's question.
I hope so, Frank, and if you have any more questions, I hope you won't hesitate. And of course, that goes for everyone else. Please don't hesitate to post your questions, and you don't have to send us a video. You can just type an email back to us, and we'd be happy to respond.
So from the Butler Speaks, thank you, everyone, and keep coming back for more.
Keep well. Thanks, everyone. Bye.